All fly tie-in videos are linked to www.boiseanglers.com. With black 6/0 thread, secure your thread to the hook, snip off the excess thread, and then wrap your thread back to roughly the barb of the hook. From there, we're going to tie on our tail. The tail of this fly is going to be made out of a red crystal flash. And once it's secure, snip off the excess, and then snip the tail so that it's sticking out past the hook roughly about a ½ inch. And next we're going to add the foam body. Measure it so that the front of the foam roughly sticks past the eye about a ½ inch. Secure it down at the bend of the hook. And once it's nice and secure, snip off the back end of the foam roughly a ½ inch past the hook bend. Now snip off the corners just as displayed so that we're left with a small point to the end of our fly. And next it's time to add the wing. The wing is going to be made out of a white poly yarn. Measure it so that it slightly sticks out past the body of the fly and then secure it down. Snip off the excess. Now it's time to add the legs. We've trimmed them down so that they're more proportioned with our fly. We're going to secure them in on top of the shank of the hook and then maneuver them on either side of our fly. Once they're nice and secure and we have them where we want them, it's time to add black ice dub. Dub that onto your thread and then wrap it around in between the legs and over the wraps that held down our wing. Once that's complete, pull back the foam and then wrap your thread in front of the foam. Now it's time to add your red ice dub. Dub that onto your thread and then wrap it around the shank of the hook to just shy of the eye. Once you're there, pull down your foam and secure it down on top of the shank of the hook. And next we're going to add our wing. The wing up front is going to reach all the way back to the end of the first wing. Be sure that it is nice and secure before you snip off the excess. Now it's time to add the legs. Once again, we're going to secure down our legs on top of the shank of the hook and then maneuver them in place. Once you have your legs where you want them and they're nice and secure, it's time to add black ice dub. Secure your dubbing to your thread and then wrap it in between the legs and over the wraps that we used to hold down our wing. Once it's nice and built up, take your thread and wrap it around the eye of the hook and then whip finish. Once your thread is nice and secure, snip off the excess. Now take your scissors and snip off just the tips of the head of our fly, just as displayed. And once that's complete, you have yourself a Royal Chubby. The fun thing about this particular pattern that if you change the dubbing, the foam, and the legs, you can end up with an entirely different fly.